Hey guys, so it's time here to do a quick little speed test comparison and camera test between the Nexus 6P and the new adversary here, which is the Z5 Premium. So we can see which metal clad device has the most game here when it comes to the speed and camera. Probably the most attractive device you can get now in terms of your Android. But we can just turn them both on at the same time here and see how the performance is, and both of them are up to date as much as I can tell, so it should be quite interesting. I think the Z5 did quite well against the Nexus, the normal Z5, so it'll be interesting to see how this beast does against it. Particularly interested in the camera performance when it comes to the low light, something which the 6P is quite strong with. Neither of them very quick when it comes to booting up, and it looks like the Nexus just pips the Z5 Premium, which is nice. So we can have a look here at the setup just to show you. Android 6.0 Marshmallow here, very nice, and also we do have Lollipop 5.1.1 here, and everything's up to date. So let's just start off here, open up some apps, see how they cope with that. Just going to start with Wish. And we can zoom in a little bit so we can see. Geek. So I think two of them to the Nexus. Ooh, Z5 came back there, 2-1. 3-1 to the Nexus. 3-2. Fiber. Slightly quicker here. 4-2. Maybe again the Nexus here, very quick to go into the camera. 5-2. I think again here 6-2. Both of them a bit delayed though. Do have as well the Play Store. Oh, so we do have one here, so let's come back for a point, or is it 6-3? Something like that. Dialer. So about the same there. Game. I think we have a game. Very identical, maybe the 6P just ahead. So Z5 does take it when it comes to loading the game, which is nice. Both of them running the same processor, and I think 3 gigs of RAM in both of them, so quite nice there that both of them going back and forth with each other. Maybe for the basic apps the Nexus was a little bit quicker though on a lot of them. Also want to check out the maps here, performance, so we can see we're getting some good kind of maps here, so we can have a quick little look here. And I have to say, when you open up maps on Marshmallow, it's really buttery smooth and nice. I like the way it kind of opens up as a square. So let's go to somewhere. Where is it? Let's go to London. So very similar here when it comes to loading the pictures. Let's go to Cornwall. So maybe the Z5 loaded the pictures a bit quicker that time. What about the street view? Can we get a street view up? So, whoa, this is weird. Let's get same angle. There we go. And zoom in a little bit. Do we have a street view? So about the same, I think. Maybe the Nexus brought it down a bit quicker. Not a huge difference really, so very nice maps performance there on both of them. But we can just have a look at the web browsing quite quick, so we can see the performance here. Have a look at the whole page. So it looks like the Nexus is a little bit quicker here loading the whole page. I think we're stuck when it comes to this. So let's try and click on a link. Wow, Z5 Premium, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. Let's try a different website here. Tech Radar. So a bit quicker here on the right. GSM Arena. Again, very nice and quick on the right. Pictures load a little bit quicker here again on the Nexus. Probably going to give it to Nexus here when it comes to the web browsing. Just seems to be a bit more stable, which is nice. The Z5 probably needs some further updates for the web browsing, to be honest. I don't think it's the quickest I've seen. And we can have a look at the multitasking here. So very kind of similar here. Maybe the Z5 is coming up with them a little bit quicker. You can see no reloading. I think the camera was a bit quicker there as well on the Z5, which is nice. All reload. Z5's ahead. GTA. Quicker here on the left again. So I think you're getting some nice performance here when it comes to multitasking on the Z5. Probably going to give this the Z5. It just seems to come up that little bit quicker when you're doing the multitasking, which is nice considering it's a skin. But obviously, you know, in terms of the kind of speed test results here, Nexus is still very fast day to day with the apps and the browsing in particular. But how does it compare when it comes to the camera? We can have a look as well. So you can see we're getting like some nice shots out and about here with these two. And I think this is a 12 megapixel camera on the Nexus 6P versus a 23 megapixel. But you know, in day to day, the Nexus one does very well. Probably the best I've seen actually on Android land. Can see lots of vibrancy in terms of the colours here. Probably it's the AMOLED display as well which is causing that effect. Is it as good as the Z5 Premium? You know, it's debatable here. I think that both of them take very nice pictures and HDR shots as well. The macros as well, very nice and beautiful. Here, lots of bokeh effect in the background. I'll blow them up so you can have a look for yourself which one you prefer, and you can let me know if you can see a difference. I think the only real major difference I saw was in terms of the low light with these two. I saw that actually the Z5 Premium seemed to handle it a bit better when I put the low light mode on and took the manual mode off for that. It seemed to let in a lot more light and less grain with this particularly dark shot of some handsets here. So that's probably the main kind of difference I saw with these two. But you can have a look as well at the video recording. I think the thing we need to bear in mind here is the Nexus is a cheaper device. You know, it's coming in a lot cheaper than the Z5 Premium at most places. So the very fact that you can go toe to toe with the Z5 Premium is very, you know, good at the end of the day, and it speaks a lot here for the amazingness of the 6P. But you know, I'm not going to really nitpick too much here. They both do fantastic photos at the end of the day. You do get a lot more options on the Z5 Premium, you know, for your kind of gimmicky shots and things like that, what you don't get on the Nexus, as well as your expandable storage up to 2 terabytes, which is very nice. You know, I've been using the 6P though as like a daily driver, and I've been really satisfied with the overall performance in general. So I'm going to probably use the Z5 Premium as well to see how it is in comparison, and then probably do another video just comparing the two. But from this one you can see 6P, very nice fast Marshmallow performance. We'll definitely see if Marshmallow improves the performance on the Z5 Premium for the app opening. Multitasking though, very nice and solid on the Premium. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.